All right, so doing a quick meet recap. This was the first nationals that Powerlifting America has put on, and I thought the production was really great. SBD put on a phenomenal live stream. It wasn't quite as static as some live streams have been before. You get like maybe 1, 2 at most angles of the lifter. I really liked how the camera kind of follows you. It started with you backstage, and it kind of followed you to the platform, and then you got the main kind of audience view, and then you got a little replay of a different angle. I really liked that. I think it gave the audience at home watching a little bit more of a dynamic video versus just, one angle, maybe 2. I thought the commentary was really great. And again, if you're familiar with King of the Lifts, they were commentating on the meet, and it was really awesome. My boy Ryan did a really great job at that. So really enjoyed the live stream, and easy for the audience at home to follow. And that was really kind of cool too. Like, I had people texting me like, hey, really enjoying the live stream. So that was really cool. The meet went for me definitely in my favor. My main competition, he quite didn't have his best day. And, I've been in his shoes multiple times, where, just things just don't pan out the way you want them to pan out at nationals. And then you just kind of end up falling, where you fall. So I would have, me and Arian planned to come in strong. Like, we came in locked and loaded, ready. We knew that if we had competed at our ultimate, max, we knew it was gonna be tough to just in June, less than 90-day turnaround, be back on the platform in South Africa for Worlds. But we had that locked and loaded just in case we needed to bust that out. We had that available to us. So I was fully prepared to go all out. I was looking to do, at least close to 600 on the squat, 400 on the bench, and I was gonna leave the deadlift to be just whatever I needed to deadlift, because as most of you know, I'm like what they call like a subtotal lifter. So my deadlift isn't as strong as other competitors. So I have to come in so heavy on the squat, gain that first lead, and then so heavy follow up on the bench, gain that second, gain that on the second event, gain more lead. And then that way, if someone deadlifts like 620, it really doesn't matter because I'm so ahead. I can deadlift, what I feel comfortable with, which my deadlift has been improving over the last couple meets and months and so on and so forth. But as you guys see here, I didn't need to really pull that much just to secure a little bit more of a lead and to secure the W and go ahead and move on to the World Championships. So one thing I kind of did want to touch base lightly on as well was just how organized I felt the meet was. I've been to a lot of competitions before, a lot of nationals before, where things kind of weigh-ins didn't start nowhere near on time, equipment check didn't go near as smooth. I understand this was a really small meet, very top-end heavy. This for me was basically like a world qualifier, because you had the guys that wanted to go to Worlds, had the potential to go to Worlds, went ahead and made that switch. Because USA Powerlifting was no longer an IPF affiliate. So if you were wanting to go to Worlds and be world champion and kind of aspire to that higher goal, then you definitely had to make the switch. And I will say everything ran super smooth. I was very satisfied with that, especially, you're cutting weight. They tell you weigh in start at noon. I like to be weighed in around noon, and this started just right on time, and it was super smooth, and I was very happy about that. The meet venue was super nice. Everything was just super smooth. I was very happy and satisfied with the quality of the meet. And I just want to say a special thank you to everyone, who's cheered me on kind of through the years. I've been at this for a long time, not necessarily powerlifting, but strength sports in general. I started as an Olympic lifter, stayed at the Olympic Training Center, came back home, kind of life threw quite a few curveballs at me, became a single dad all of a sudden, and didn't compete in my early 20s, mid 20s, and then just by chance stumbled upon powerlifting, and that's a whole nother video, a whole nother story. A big shout out to my fiance Jessica, who's always kind of been my #1 fan, always kind of believed in me and kept pushing me and kept motivating me, even in the times that I kind of had a little bit of self-doubt, you know, when I came back after nationals and felt like I had the strength to win, felt like I had the numbers in me to win, but quite couldn't put it together, and felt just super disappointed, super kind of just lost a little bit of heart. But, you know, kept my head on straight, and, you know, one foot in front of the other. You know, resiliency is so key in sports, because it's truly upon like who's the best man on the day, you know, and that's just how it falls, you know. You know, any number of guys could lift better than me on any number of days. It's just who's the better lifter on that day. And that's really ultimately, you know, what determines, you know, who's national champion and who's world champion. You know what I mean? It's who's better on the day. And also my daughter, Jocelyn, for just always being super supportive. You know, she's not, you know, super into powerlifting, but, you know, she knows that it means a lot to me, and my family allows me to train for as long as I need to train, and never complain, and always there, always supportive. And I think for me, at this age, you know, being 33, this stage in my game, I know that I only have a few of these left in me, a few more really good years at best. So, and I really have to make these count. So it's great to have that family support at home, that they don't want to ever see me give up on my dream. They just want to see me succeed, and always there for me and support. So that really means a lot. Everyone at work, my bosses, all of them are super kind of like on board and with me, you know, competing, and you know, I feel like they're really huge fans, and that means a lot too, to have that support structure, because it does take a village, you know, especially when, you know, we aren't being paid for these competitions. You know, we have a few sponsors. You know, big shout out to SBD for always kind of hooking me up with the absolute best gear possible. But, you know, as far as like making money on this, you know, we don't do this as a full-time job. You know, we have full-time jobs, and we do this while it may take full-time effort. You know, we get it where we can, and we work around powerlifting, or powerlifting works around our lives, I guess, you know, our families, our full-time jobs. So it's great to have that support structure where everybody believes in you, everybody gives you what you need from them to succeed, and that really goes a long way, especially when you have a family, a full-time job, and so on and so forth. So a big shout out to Jeremy, Shane, PJ, Alex, everybody at work, just being super supportive and wishing me nothing but the best, allowing me to take the time off, allowing me to make sure that I'm at the best of my game on the day. So when the chips fall where they fall, you know, I can't blame anything, I can't blame anyone. It's just perfectly set up for me to go in there and execute. And a huge shout out for Arian. You know, wonderful guy, man. I mean, you know, wants nothing but the best for his lifters. Super smart guy, and smart in the way, like, he looks at it like the meet is like a chess game, you know, where he puts you in the best position to win. So like this meet, like I touched on a little bit earlier, it quite wasn't necessarily like, we got to go boss the wall, we got to make every single lift an American record. You know, we played it based on what the opposition was doing. If he had came out and made every single lift, it would have forced me to bring out the big guns, to bring out that 700 kilo total that I've done and I'm capable of doing. But again, having your coach knowing or seeing the full picture, because it's hard to see when you're a power lifter, you're an athlete, you're backstage, you're trying to get your warm-ups in, it's crowded, you're trying to load your weight, you know, having a coach to do all that stuff for you, and also monitor what the other lifters are doing on stage, what's going on, how many attempts. It is so crucial to have someone in that driver's seat that knows what the heck he's doing, that's been there before, that's been in that hot seat and doesn't fold under pressure, so the athlete can just focus on the next warm-up, the next lift, the next attempt. And so for me, you know, Arian is the #1 guy. He just knows all that stuff, man, and takes what I have to say in consideration, but also kind of pulls the reins back on me a little bit, because I am that lifter that's like, if we can do it, let's do it. Like, you know, I want to show everybody what I can do. I want to show everybody why I've been training hours a day, you know, 5-6 days a week. But it's great to have that trainer to kind of pull you back a little bit and be like, whoa, we don't need to do that right now. We need to just secure the W. And, you know, basically put you in the best position to win. So you have to have a coach that you can trust to make those calls for you. So again, big shout out to Arian and then everybody in the Strength Guys. Awesome team to be a part of, and I'm super, super grateful for that. So yeah, guys, again, I just want to wrap up the video. Just want to do a quick kind of like, you know, my experiences with everything and how it went and how it felt and everything. And again, just kind of be appreciative or show appreciation to everybody at Powerlifting America, everybody on the Strength Guys, everybody in my personal life, my family, my friends, my coworkers. I really appreciate you guys. You guys are as much part of this win as anyone else. You know, this is a team effort. It takes a village, and I really appreciate you guys, and I appreciate all the support that I've gotten on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. You know, you guys are awesome, and again, I want to thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next one. At the end here on the podium, I did get quite emotional just thinking about the journey it took to get first place at Nationals, to go ahead and win this honor, and also have the honor of representing my country in the World Championships. It was an amazing day.